Yo, what is going on, guys? Today I'm going to be bringing you an update about the S15 and its turbo plans. There really hasn't been an update about it recently, so I'm going to be filling you guys in on everything that I have planned. First of all, I'm going to be going over everything that I've accumulated over the winter. As you guys knew before, this is the S14 manifold and turbo right here, and this is the Garrett M24 Garrett. So yeah, this manifold is a direct bolt up to my DE engine. Since the turbo is from an S14, it is rated for a bit less horsepower. So, you know, that's not the worst thing when you're boosting an NA engine, just that extra kind of fail-safe, lower power, so kind of better for the internals. The goal of my car is just to have it boosted, working properly, safely, good air fuel levels. Nothing crazy at first. I'm not shooting for big numbers. I just want to boost the car and have fun with boost, enjoy that, and then have it running well, and then take it a step further once that is all finalized. Just want the car to be running fine, good air fuel levels, safely, and just enjoy boost. Just gonna enjoy this for a little bit, and then later on we'll go into more power upgrades. So new oil feed and return lines. I also did pick up a front mount intercooler. As you guys can see, it's pretty big. Here is the core, and then I have the rest of the piping over here. So as you guys can see, all the piping, got the couplers, hardware, everything that's necessary. And to fit this front mount on S15, you do have to relocate the battery because you have to do some drilling just to route the piping down to the core from the intake. So yeah, we'll have to do some cutting and then relocate the battery over to the trunk. So that should be an interesting process. I've never done that. So this intercooler kit isn't a fancy brand like a Greddy or anything. It's just a CX Racing, which honestly is going to work for me for the time being. Like I said, I'm not shooting for any crazy numbers right off the bat. So you know, just being piping and a core, I figured that CX Racing would be okay. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be using for the intercooler setup here. It also did come with this fake HKS blow-off valve. It feels really fake, and it's like, yeah, it doesn't have a serial number on it or anything like that. So I'm not going to be running this. I'm going to be upgrading to either a real one or something else, but initially I might just put this in just so I have it on initially and I can drive the car, but then I'm going to be upgrading this afterwards, just so things are a bit more safe. I also did pick up a HKS AFK from John. So basically this is pretty much an air fuel ratio wideband gauge, and it also monitors knock, which is a really good feature for an NA engine that's being boosted. So yeah, with this I can monitor air levels, fuel levels, and knock. This is going to be really useful. Make sure the engine's running okay using this. And from what I've looked at for wiring this in, the wiring schematic, apparently you just splice into your OEM O2 sensor and it monitors from that rather than having to weld in a new bung into your downpipe or elbow pipe. And this makes it so that makes it a little bit easier. You don't have to do as much customization. But you know, I'll look into it and I'll see if it's a better option just to get a separate wideband sensor. So yeah, this is gonna come in handy for sure. Gonna be wiring this in right off the bat. Over here I have my Defy boost gauge that I had in the R34. I love Defy, it's my favorite type of gauge. Here's the control unit. If any of you guys around the world are selling Defy gauges from this series right here, I want to buy 2 more. So if any of you guys around the world are selling just the gauge and the sensor with the wiring, not the control unit, like just the gauge and then the sensor and wiring, DM me on Instagram because I'd be interested in buying those. So yeah, let me know if any of you guys are selling that. Defy is an awesome brand for gauges. If any of you guys are looking into getting some, definitely check that out. Also, something that I don't have right here in my pile is a Link G4 Monsoon ECU. The guys over at Auto Dream were nice enough to hook it up with the ECU. I don't have it here, but I'll put a picture on the screen right now. Basically, it's a fully programmable tuner, and then you can manually set your air fuel levels through a laptop, which is obviously needed for boosting an NA engine. Make sure everything's running safely, so you're not running too lean and rich. The ECU does cost a lot, but I don't mind investing into a good ECU because it is mandatory. It is necessary for it to run you know, properly. Otherwise, I'm gonna fuck up my engine earlier than it needs to be. And I know I told you guys right off the bat that I didn't care about my NA engine, and I'm just gonna be boosting it and not caring about it. But since Autodream was able to hook it up with more knowledge and ECU, thought of doing things more legitly and actually have it done properly, and enjoying boost with correct air fuel levels. That way I can enjoy the car for longer and utilize the engine that's in it right now for as long as possible. Another feature that the ECU has is launch control and anti-lag, VVT control. Some pretty good features that I'll be able to play around with and enjoy, and those for sure will be in the videos. As for injectors, they also had 550cc injectors that I'm able to use at Autodream, so that's what I'm going to be throwing in for my fueling. Bigger injectors. That is pretty much it for the parts that I have right now. This right here is a hub for a steering wheel. I plan on getting one eventually. I kind of want a keys or like a Vertex wheel. If any of you guys are able to hook me up, let me know in the comments below. Yeah, so I'll probably throw all these parts in the S15 and then dig it out of storage and then start driving it over to the shop and then get started on it. Start with a baseline run on the dyno, see what it's making right now, and then go from there. And then of course dyno run after everything, all of this is said and done, put in. So I guess in this video you guys can comment below. Let me know what you guys think my car is making right now on the dyno to the wheels. It isn't quick at all. That's a little side note. I actually think my Civic at times is faster, no joke. But I don't know, we'll see. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the build series coming very soon, and peace.